Today we're going to be putting a microscope on your life, seeing what we can improve, seeing how we can make the days better, seeing how we can make you a little bit happier. As walking through one of our orchards here. Let me show you in the greenhouse as we take our walk around. Welcome in, fam. Much love, Trav here. So we're taking an alternative approach to improving your life. The common one is this telescope approach, big picture, like I want to make more money, I want to have more money in the bank, I want to change my career, I want to move to a new place, I want to meet a new person, start a new relationship, I want to, right? Like if you can relate to that, that's not what we're going to do in this video. We're going to use a different approach, more practical, short term to improve your life. So welcome in, fam. Much love, Trav here. If that sounds interesting to you, then hit the thumbs up button and please turn on the bell notifications, ring the bell. So we're in here, it's a solar greenhouse. We got a lot of our energy from the solar. Not sure how all that works. We got a bunch of graftings here, mango. There's not too much growing in the greenhouse right now, actually. I see a lot of purple onions. We got a bunch of cacao. The cacao, yo, we got fruit on this cacao. Hey, do you even know where cacao comes from? Check this out. I'm not sure when to pick that, but I'm gonna have to look that up. So we got breadfruit, graftings, we got a bunch of avocado, some other stuff. But let's continue on our walk and get into the meat potatoes of the video. For me, Tuesday morning, just did a 4-mile run in my Tevas, went for a swim in the ocean, had a big salad for breakfast. Feeling pretty great. Okay, maybe that one needed a little more time. Okay, so microscope your life. And so the idea with this, I'm going to give you just examples, and then I'm going to give you philosophy, and then we're going to go into practice in your life. So examples of microscope things you can do to improve your life is like, these are the day-to-day things, the mundane things, or small choices that you make through the day, or one-time choices that affect your small choices or behaviors through the day. It's not hard things to do, but as an example is like, when I eat breakfast, why don't I eat outside on the porch or the veranda or the front lawn instead of eating inside and get that little extra bit of sunshine? Minor thing, but you do it every day. It's a nice bonus. What else? Instead of bringing my phone to dinner or lunch and being on my phone, especially if I'm around other people, why don't I bring an interesting book with illustrations, or why don't I bring a game and we play a game, right? So you do that. It's like it's a minor thing, right? It's not going to improve your like the big picture, but the big picture is the small picture. So now let me give you some examples. Things you could spend money on would be like, I like to play basketball. I always drive to this park over here and just shoot around. Why don't I, we have a nice concrete area for it. I just ordered for $175 a portable hoop. And this way I can play invite my neighbors and we can have a little backyard game. Right, minor thing. I mean, a telescope approach to life wouldn't bring you to getting a dog either. Like a microscope approach is like, maybe I should have a dog in my life. I would get outside more. While it's a big change, you're looking at your days. Like you're thinking about your days rather than your life theoretically on paper in the future. Some other examples. Microscopic things you can change. Just one is like I got a cheap tea kettle, or it was given to me actually, and make tea at night, like as part of my routine. Get some candles, burn some candles while I'm reading, just feel more cozy and at home. What are some examples? Okay, say like I'm gonna go for a run in the morning. That would be instead of whatever it is else you might do. That's part of it. But like then where are you gonna run? Like what's the best route that you're gonna run? These sorts of things. And now let's go into philosophy. You're only gonna know what to do when you're rooted in your life for a long time. If you are constantly moving around, it's hard to establish routines or habits, and you don't get to know the community, you don't get to know the rhythm of the place you're living, you don't get to know the rhythm of your own life. Other examples, like just organize your room, like make your room really clean and organized. It's a minor thing. Telescope out there, minor in here, like clean the desktop of your computer, make folders and organize it. Stuff like that. Okay, back to philosophy. So the longer that you stay in one place, the more you can get into the nooks and crannies with the microscope and see like, why do I do this? Why don't I do this? It might take you years to discover, and you're like looking for minor improvements. What if I change my light bulbs in my bedroom from fluorescence to low wattage orange tungsten bulbs? It's going to help me sleep better if I read under those in the evening, right? So the more you spend time, and this is why love traveling. I'm a huge fan of traveling when you're young, especially, but as you get older, you want to get rooted to improve your life. The happiest people aren't the people who travel the most, they're the people who know their neighbors and know their friends and have the most friends and family and neighbors around them, whether in their town, community, village, or city. In order to do that, you need to root somewhere, and it could be, well, I don't have that now, maybe I need to move. Well, yeah, be pretty sure you're going to stay a place if you're going to move there, or try to at least, especially as you get older. So rooting down. Now let me give you some media that will help you understand this. So there's two of them. I'm gonna share. The first one's called Groundhog Day. Maybe you've seen it. I'll just explain it so you don't have to. Bill Murray. He's in this weird time warp where every day he wakes up and it's the same day, and he's like a news reporter in the wintertime in some random town in the Midwest, and every day he wakes up it's the same day. And over time he finds, like, if he turns left on the street instead of right on the street, there's a kid that falls out of the tree that he can catch. Or if he goes down this alley at this time, he finds this old guy who's dying. And it's, allows him to help people and have rich social interactions. But the point is, yeah, like the more time you're in this town, the more time you're in this rhythm, this routine, you find like, the magic just happens just down this road. If I turn this way instead of this way, there's going to be magic down this road. These minor things, like just knowing the right time to be at places where you're going to meet the right person, or the right thing is going to happen, or something interesting is going to happen. So in Groundhog Day, Bill Murray really puts the microscope on his life, on his day, and tries to design the perfect day where he turns and goes to all the right places at all the right time and meets all the right people and does all the right things, and just has an amazing day that wasn't possible the first time, but by the 1,000th, the 10,000th, or however many times, like 100, probably like 100 times, he's able to really perfect the day. And that's what you're trying to do. Now, not every day is different, and you can expand it to the week. Like, it's like maybe Sunday is your day off, and you want to perfect Sunday. Sunday's going to be different than Monday. And things are going to change throughout your life. You have kids, you have animals, you have death, you travel, you change jobs. But the more you can establish predictable routines, the more you can get that perfect day. There's another piece of media that'll help you understand. Similar, it's called, it was a Zelda game for the Nintendo, or for the GameCube. It's called Majora's Mask. And the character you play, you get put in this little town. And at the end of the third day, the world ends, but you can play this little song that resets back to the first day. So you go 3 days, you play the song, you go back to the first day. And over these 3 days, you're in a little town, and there's a rhythm of the town. Everyone, on the first day, this person does this, on the second day they do this, on the third day they do this. And as you follow people, or meet people and they invite you and you just wander around, you start to see certain things that happen at certain times, certain days. People meet at certain places, opportunities present themselves, and again, the same sort of idea of trying to perfect the day. Although you have a lot more options in this one, because like sometimes the 3 days you'll interact with these people, and sometimes in the 3 days you're going to interact with these people. Sometimes in the 3 days you're going to, but it's the same sort of concept of like really getting into the nitty gritty of your life and the predictable. It's like recurring things that happen, like church on Sundays, or game night on Tuesdays, or movie night on Fridays, or date night on Saturdays, whatever you do in your life, or where you go for breakfast, or do you go outside and get some sunshine before work, or what's the first thing, when do you turn off your phone? I just want to motivate you. For some of you, like, you have these big dreams and hopes for the future, and you don't really need those. You have what you have right now, and if you stop hoping, you stop romanticizing, you stop dreaming for a minute and say, this is the reality of my situation, it's okay, it's not so bad, how do I make it better? If I commit to this, to commit to this is like to get the basketball hoop, to get the dog, to get the sheep, to get the land, to have a serious relationship is commitment to being in this life. And this is a commitment to this life, right? So you make a commitment to the life that you have, and then you can pull out the microscope and say, okay, how do I improve? How do I make this day better? What did I do wrong? Do I need to go in and say thank you to this person? Do I need to go outside at this time? Am I shopping at the right time or in the right place? Am I buying the right things? Do I need to tweak my diet, the time that I eat, how I eat, and so on and so forth? So I hope you find that useful. I hope you found that interesting. Personally, this has been this sort of concept, watching Groundhog's Day and playing Majora's Mask, really honestly pretty foundational in my life. And wanting to live in a smaller town or village or community, and wanting to learn the routines and the rhythms. And you can do this in a big city too. There's just more to explore. It's exciting, and it can be overwhelming, but it's part of how you improve your own life, but it's also part of how you interact with the predictable and repetitive nature of the world around you. So go out there with excitement and explore. If you found that useful, please comment down below. And if there's, right now in the last minute, put a microscope to your life. Think about 3 things, really minor things, that you got an idea for that you can change in your life. It can be the most minor thing ever. Again, like just take a different route, or eat outside instead of inside, or take a book or a game to your meal, or those are just some ideas. Leave your phone at your desk when you go do that thing. Those are just some ideas. So I hope you find those ideas helpful and exciting. And if this improved your life more than like set a plan, set a goal to do this thing that's far off in the future, then let me know. I really think it is. Like the happiest people aren't necessarily the highest achievers. They're the ones who have good lives, like in the day-to-day. They have rich, interconnected social lives, healthy habits, interconnection with nature. And it helps. It's not like bad things don't happen to you, but when you have that, it helps you get through the grief of death and heartbreak and having your hopes dashed at times, when it's like, well, my day's still good because I have all these rhythms and routines, and I'm so interwoven and embedded in the town and the village, right, that there's not that much time to dwell or be sad. These mosquito or those dragonflies are doing it. It's too far away for you to see, but oh, they're coming back. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see them. Right over here. Yeah. Okay. Appreciate you. Much love, and look forward to seeing your comments. Peace out.